Kakodash. Don't want it to be focused in the process of being millstone GMS to well. And always down, over here once again. Another gang upside down from this wicked kingdom. And bad one, great scriptures, but it's not known as America. That's okay. So, me, got an article, a series of scriptures, things I want to get into. Possible jigs just help me out. And they saw a sign from it. Off of the beginning, but I was able to mention. I'm used to that. You know, sign flying away. You gotta come out here regardless. .com. Europe to be excluded from Russia-Ukraine peace talks. U.S. convoy confirms. Right? So, I believe it's supposed to be held in Saudi Arabia between. Let me see who's going to be there. It might be. Vance, I think they said, was going to go there. Just read the article. So, Europe will be excluded from talks aimed at ending Russia's war in Ukraine, the United States, the Ukraine envoy said. It's becoming a problem. Right? So, General Keith Kellogg had made an announcement on Saturday after the U.S. sent a questionnaire to European capitals to ask they will contribute to security guarantees for Kyiv. Trump took European allies by surprise this week by calling Russia's President Vladimir Putin without consulting them. Oh shit, the camera's like kind of out of whack here. I don't know what else. She called them and had a conversation with them, attacking, NATO nations, EU nations, etc. Trump administration has made it clear to European allies needing to take primary responsibility for the region, saying that the U.S. has other priorities, which is border security and countering China. And so it's made it clear that he's going to handle it, right? So, pretty much what Trump criticized Biden for doing, he's doing himself. That's why we don't look at this man as some sort of hero. We don't look at any presidents as any sort of heroes, right? At least I say with Biden, man, he wasn't messing with the money, I was looking at another article on the way here, and he laid people off in the FDA who deal with like these cigarettes and certain food safety kind of things, right? He asked if he can assure the audience that Ukrainians and Europeans will be at the table for talks. Puerto global security conference. The answer to the last question is no. At the table, adding suggest otherwise, right? European leaders say, yeah, there's no way not Europeans. England's President Alexander Stubb told the same security conference in Munich. This means that Europe needs to get its act together. Europe needs to talk less and do more, right? And they're going to do a whole lot less talking coming real soon, right? And a whole lot more, nuking this place, right? They're going to nuke America. Europe is part of the death and destruction of America. And that's going to get some precepts that things I get into that. I'll give you a little bit more. A little bit more. NATO Security General Mark chimed in by urging Europeans to get their act together. To my European sense, I would say, against the debate, not by which you might necessarily be empty. It might come with concrete proposals, ideas, rampant defense spending, instead of Munich. France is discussing with its allies the possibility of holding a full meeting among European leaders in Italy. The French President said on Saturday. Talk to the end of the war between Russia and Ukraine could focus on terror concessions. Russia targeting oil revenues. Right, so European nations cooperate militarily within NATO. The countries have so far rejected various calls for the creation of a single European army for years, arguing that defense is a matter of national sovereignty. So that's pretty much it on that one, the article. So you can go. Book, Revelation 17 and 16. I might start up a little bit ahead, because it's important. I can actually open and read. I might go start here. Here is the mind that has wisdom. And I might actually go here. Verse 8, Revelation 17:8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, shall ascend the bottomless pit, which is Europe, and go into perdition, which is destruction. The dwell on the earth shall wonder, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was not, yet is, right? Because they were Rome, right? But they've come back again as America. Right? That's why, you still have to learn Latin terms. If you turn the back of your dollar bill, there's Latin on the back of it. What is it? Novus Ordo Seclorum. What is it? New World for the Ages. Right? And here is the mind which has wisdom. I think that's what it means, right? Not what's the New World Order. Here is the mind which has wisdom, the seven heads and the seven mountains on which the woman sitteth. There are seven kings, the seven kings. Five are fallen, and one is, right? And the other is not to come, right? And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Right? And that one is, it's talking about Britain, man. The one that's yet to come is America. Right? Let's go into it real quick before this thing dies on me. Which probably will pretty soon here. If I were following the Gauls, the Greeks, the United States, one is the Roman Empire, Slovakia. Another is not going to come is Great Britain, and through there you get America. Right? Double check. And the beast that was is not, he is the eighth. Right? And it's on the seventh. And goes to perdition. Right? Because he comes from America. Right? And America is prophesied to go into perdition. Right? In other words, to be utterly destroyed with fire. right? Nuclear fire, mind you, right? Not regular, fire like someone, you know, gasoline lines exploding or nothing like that. This place is going to go off like thermonuclear fire, right? As is written. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 12. The 10 horns that saw 10 kings, which received no kingdom as yet, received power as kings 1 hour with the beast, right? A certain amount of time, right? NATO and the EU, right? The whole Treaty of Rome and all these different things. They have that power to be one with America, right? These have one mind and shall give the power and strength to the beast, right? Because that's how it all comes together: America, NATO, and the EU, right? NATO, so here is more like a military type of alliance, right? I think they do like sanctions and shit, if I'm not wrong. But EU is more like the financial, right? Financial things, trade, right? And we know that America, I looked it up, America's like the biggest trading partner within the EU, right? We know that America goes with NATO, right? It's the head of it, right? It's above the many waters. These shall make war with the man, and they shall overcome them, for he's Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that with them are called, chosen, and faithful, right? The elect, right? And the same thing you can read about here in Revelation 12, and Revelation 12, right? Revelation 12 and 7, right? And there was war in heaven. The angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought his angels. And they prevailed not, neither was a place found anymore in heaven. Right? Talking about America, man, trying to fight against the angels. The great dragon was cast out, the old serpent was called devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out of the earth, his angels were cast out with him. Right? And that's his Edomites, man. Right? America's going to be destroyed forever, man. They're going to try to come against Yahweh Shah, try to destroy the chariots, and they're going to fail. Right? That's written. Right? It's the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 15. They say unto me, the watch thou saw, the Lord sitteth, peoples, multitudes, and nations and tongues. The 10 horns thou sawest upon a beast, these shall hate the war, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Right? And this is what we're seeing right now. Trump, coming out here and pretty much, telling these nations, these European nations that, hey, we're pretty much not going to deal with you, right? And that you're not going to have, the ability to talk about something that's going on within your borders, right? Is what's going to bring this stuff around, right? Because at the end of the day, Trump is overreaching, man. He's thinking he's so proud, such a proud devil, man. He's thinking that, hey, he's going to say whatever he's going to say, and say, that America's, they're going to take control of your problems. We're supposed to be allies. He's going to take control of your region and tell you how to do things around you now, right? He feels the need to step in. This is the book of Ezekiel. And 13, right, verse 10, right, Ezekiel 30 and 10, right, verse 9. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands, so many people with thee. I talk about Gog and Magog, which is the modern day Russians. And if you read the first couple of verses of the chapter, which, and I might just go ahead and get into it, right, Ezekiel 30 and 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, man of Magog, the chief prince Meshech and Tubal, right? Moscow and Tobolsk. Tobolsk is like the oldest city in that region, right? And prophesy against it. And say, thus saith the Lord of power, I'm against thee, O God, chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Like the Most High is not dealing with that nation, man. You know, what you got in that nation, a lot of Amalek, right? And I think they're like really into atheism down there too, man. You know, Amalek is deep into atheism, right? I'll turn you back, closer to that jaws, and I'll bring you forth. And all that army, horses and horsemen, all them clothes with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his band, I was told him of the North Quarters, and all his bands made a huge with you. And that's talking about Turkey, right? Iran, Turkey, Ethiopia, these are all allies of Russia. These are things that were talked about and prophesied many years ago. Right now, if I'm correct, I think other apostles went into this in that region. Well, actually, Gog and Magog, they're originally Japhites, I believe. But in that land, you had some Simeons as well. I think other apostles went into them, how they were like jakes and stuff. But you know, I haven't really looked into it myself, but I want to. You know, kind of go into that European history. Right? To that history in general. Be thou prepared and be prepared for thyself all thy company that assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And that word for guard in Hebrew pretty much means leader. And skip down here, right? Verse 10, thus saith the Lord God, it shall come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, I'll go to them that I rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates. Right? Because you don't need like different passports to travel to different states. Right? There's no different walls in each states. I mean, you have like customs and shit, but that's like for internationals and shit. You know, you go travel from one state to another, you have the one American passport. That's because America is basically one big city of unwalled villages. If you think of every state as a village, right? Verse 11, right? I'll go up to the unwalled villages, I'll go to them that I rest, and all them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates. Right? So they don't have no bars, no gates. You know, it's one big land, right? And of course, it's dwelling without care because America doesn't have any sort of defense or missile defense, ICBM defense. It doesn't matter what they have or what they try to get. It's not going to work. Right? Take a spoil and take a prey, turn the head upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that gather in nations which have gotten cattle and goods and dwell in the midst of their land. Right? So they're going to come against this place, America, right? All these different nations, the melting pot, as different peoples come, this place is going to get destroyed, and Russia is going to be a big part of that, right? For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken, surely in that day, right? Where am I going? Yeah, it's in verse 13. Shipping again, the verse of Tarshish, one lines, I shall say unto thee, out thy company take a spoil, as thou gather thy company take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away gold, and take away cattle, take away silver and gold. Verse 13. Shipping again on the mercy of Tarshish, all the young lions of wealth shall say unto thee, out thou company take a spoil, as thou gather thy company to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to take a great spoil. Right? So that's what's gonna happen, man. They're gonna come against this place, right? And Sheba and Dedan and the marches of Tarshish, right? These different EU nations, NATO nations, are gonna talk to Russia in those days, and they're about to come and wage war on America and ask them, well, are you really gonna go through with it? And they're gonna join in at the last moment, right? And they're gonna launch missiles at this place as well, right? And you know what? America deserves it. They're gonna get exactly what they asked for. And Wadi Al-Bashir Bashar, he's using Trump to do this, man. to really push forth these things and make them come to pass, man. It's like the videos are abundant now, you know. Brothers make videos, you know, and look again, and it's like, dang, man, this is more news, you know. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Verse 7, right? Let's start from the top, right? This is what God, this is what God is saying. You've heard a rumor of the Lord, and the Master sent unto Eden. Arise, Eden. Arise, Eden, serve battle. Behold, I have made you small among the Eden. Thou art greatly despised. Right? And for a long time, they were at the bottom, man. They hid caves. You know, the Caucasus Mountains of Russia, Georgia, Russia, around the Caspian Sea. That for a long time they were low. That's why it says in Job, verse 38, you know, they were the basis of men. The Lord that made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cluster of rock, his habitation is high, safe in his heart, which shall bring you down to the ground. Right? And the same way, like, you know, these high habitations, that's why we have all these skyscrapers. You know, which that's, you know, foolish in itself, man. Putting yourself all the way up on like the 50th floor, 40th floor. You know, when these buildings crash, you know, if there's a fire or something, then all of it's gone. Right? And everyone in there is done. I mean, your building is done. You know? They exalt themselves as the eagle, when they sit their nest among the stars, this shall bring you down, save the Lord. Right? Because they have these different space stations, these different places where they think that they can hide, you know, and escape, you know, the judgment. Right? And Most High is going to send us to come and grab them. Like it says in Amos, you know, though that make thy nest in Mount Carmel, this will I bring you down. Right? And then though that hide in the bottom of the water, that's why I get you. Right? Because you got Leviathan and different things to come get these people, man. But I believe that's how it goes, but I could be wrong. But the Carmels talk about these silos, right? And forgive me, so because I have to look, I have to get this. It's the book Revelation chapter 9, right? In 16, the number of the army, right, were 200,000. I heard the number of them, which is 200 million warheads, right? And I heard, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and they sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and adjacent and brimstone, right? Yeah, and the heads of the horses, the heads of the horses were heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone, right? And that mouth is those, you know, warheads within it. Right? Pretty much just talking about the breastplate is the inner part of ICBMs. It has brimstone in it, which is sulfur. And that's a big part of ICBMs. And of course, with the nuclear components. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued forth out of their mouths. Right? And that's what it is, man. It's these, you know, these warheads. Right? And then from that, you have the fire and everything and the propulsion systems. And it's all computer guided, so they're not going to miss, like it talks about in Joel, the 2nd chapter. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails like unto serpents, and had heads, and they would know. And their tails are their it's the jet propulsion systems. I don't know what it's called, you know, but through the different fuel, the different systems, they're able to, you know, produce force and create flight, you know, be able to resist, what is it, air pressure or whatever it's called, you know, they fly high into the sky, you know, and hit their targets, right? The not killed by these plagues, so the thunder now that works their hands, right? They should I said this. Yeah, here we go. This is the right one. It's Revelation 6. Right? 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 Start with heaven. Right? Oh, shit. The stars of heaven were cast, fell upon to the earth, even as a fig tree cast her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Right? Talking about what? Talking about, you know, these atomic clouds. Right? If you look at atomic mushroom, right, the explosive aftermath, it's the same shape as a scroll. Well, a scroll, you know, if you ever played any like RPGs or whatever, you know, you probably seen like a scroll, which that was common in the ancient world. Scrolls, you know, tomes, tablets, things like that. Bullets, you know, which is like signals, signs, you know, that like, hey, this guy wrote it, you know. If we look into those are in Chile, right? The heaven departed, the scroll was rolled together, and every mountain and island was ruled out of their places. The kings of the earth, and the great men, the rich men, the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, every freeman hid themselves in the dens, and the rocks and the mountains, right? So all these different elites, from the elites down to their servants, right? Bond, freemen, you know, servants, slaves, you know. These people, you know, you have guards, troops, right? Because you have people guard the elites, right? They're all down there. What do you think they all gonna have, man? They all gonna need to have a MOTB in them, right? Because that right there is a sign that you're down with this beast system, man. You're down with this man system, with the society, you know. It's that digital all, you know, the spirit, right? But you know, that thing right there is going to really bring about your destruction. You know, even though it shows that you have a wicked spirit on you, if you take it, right, it's going to bring about your destruction, man. You know? And said, verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of the sit on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Right? No one. Right? So this is back in Obadiah, and now I'm gonna get ready to close off because I pretty much got to the point. Chapter 1, verse 7. That's verse 5, right? These come to thee by night, but I was behind. Art thou cut off, thou they not have stones, they have come that came to thee, will they not be some great? Right? How were the things of Esau searched out? How was the city things sought up? Right? Who he is, right? Who's his modern day counterpart? Right? Everything. Right? How they, you know, butchered our people, right? And how they continue to undermine our people through their different cronies, these different organizations, right, throwing a book at our people, you know, and then when their people do something wrong, then it's, you know, we hide in names or whatever, playing games, right? how people are hidden in prison houses, like you talk about in scriptures. All the men that Confederacy had brought thee even to the border, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and have prevailed against thee. And they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, as none understanding in him. Right? So, all the men in the Confederacy, man, NATO and the EU, right, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, these are the same nations that are going to bring about the downfall of this place, of Babylon the Great, right, and lead to it being destroyed, right? They're going to launch into this place too, along with Russia, EU, China, different nations that I guess this place, Iran, right, nations that are allied with Russia, right, they're going to nuke this place, right? There's going to be no one to save them in that day, right? So, that, I'm going to say, the honesty, that was the cost of great stone, GMS once again. There's a man I learned the truth from, always got put out here. I don't align myself with any other camp, just watch GMS, and that's about it. Honest, the brothers out there, true believers out there, brothers in GMS, to real affiliates out there, that I say shalom, right? True affiliates, shalom.